Yo, what's going on, guys? James Stocks here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the NBA 2K20 demo. Now, I got done playing the demo a little bit ago, and you get to play 6 games, which I think is more than enough. That's 6 builds you get to create, and you can literally play every position and choose your build. So I think that was a really good idea that 2K did, but I gave myself some time to look at other people's videos and the builds they made, and really just see how diverse the game is. Now, first things first, let's start off with the good. I do think that it was a great idea for them to drop the demo rather than just the prelude. Although I do enjoy playing the prelude, and I feel like it gives you a little bit more. This kind of gave you a feel for what your players are going to be like while you're actually playing in the NBA. Now, fortunately, you got to play on a team like the Raptors. Unfortunately, you had to face the Warriors. I really like the idea of them giving us the wheels, so you get to choose if you're more like physical, like you have more speed and athleticism and all that, and then plus like if you're more shooting based or finishing or all that. I really like that, how they're still kind of keeping it controlled. The only thing I wish, and I looking through a bunch of videos, I don't think I ever saw this, I wish they had an all-around kind of player, someone like that can do everything. That's how a lot of backup point guards are. I think a good example would be like Spencer Dinwiddie. I think would be a good example. Like shoot, pass, play defense. They can finish really well. I think a build like that would be really exciting to see, and I think it would be really cool to see a build like that get the if you can make one like that, if they would have given you the chance to make one and then give you a double takeover. But I do like the idea of them just giving you one takeover, so it's kind of like, all right, you can have all your shooting badges and whatever, and you can be good at finishing, but then you could also make yourself like a double-headed dragon where you can do a slasher's takeover, but you have great shooting already, and then those boosts it boosts all your attributes a little bit, but it mostly affects your driving and finishing, making you almost unstoppable, because then you can just be dunking over everyone. You can be hitting corner threes, like fading. You hit deep threes. It's just a bunch of stuff like that. It was a really well-created system. They really, you could tell they really put thought into this and how to make this so everyone can be like, well, I want to make a Kevin Durant kind of build. So then they go make their guy small forward, however tall, and then throw the attributes to shooting, a little bit of finishing, a little bit of playmaking, and then a little bit of defense. And then, they have like a Kevin Durant kind of player. I also like the badge system. Now, I do have problems with that, but I'll go into those later in the video. That's like one of my least worrisome problems. But I really like the badge system too, like how you choose. So if you're going more shooting based, you can have I think it's 30 badge attributes. So you can literally pick every single badge, like all bronze, and upgrade them to silver or all them gold or all them silver or whatever. Or you can just pick like 4 or 5 and then max them out at gold at Hall of Fame, or just max them out at gold. So I really enjoyed that. I really liked having that kind of first, second attribute, how we chose the 2 attributes last year, and then them giving us that idea of like a 3rd/4th attribute that you can only cap gold badges. You can't go farther than that. I really like them expanding the badges a lot too. They expanded badges, made a lot of new ones that I literally never thought of. Like badges like, I think it's volume shooter, where if you shoot consistently, then you're hitting your shots, like you hit like 3 in a row, like you get your takeover quicker. Like that's a really good one. I like the Giant Slayer. That one's really good, and from using it, it really does work. So the badges, like the whole My Player system was just great, phenomenal. It really does let players kind of make their own builds that are more true to what they want, rather than they have to be like like they can only do one thing. They have to be like a shooter and they can't really do anything else. Or like in 2K19, or actually 2K18, you saw it a lot. People in Pro-Am were making like defending sharps, and those guys were able to kind of do a little bit of everything, but it wasn't consistent. Now I feel like they made it so it's consistent. You can consistently like be like a defending sharpshooter and hit your shots, but play great defense. And it's not like, one game I'll hit like 5 shots, other game I'll just hit like 2. So that was something really good that they did, and I really did enjoy that. But now that we're done really talking about all the good in the game, I do encourage you guys to play the demo yourselves to really see what I'm talking about. Let's start talking a little bit about the bad and things that I see that might ruin the game. So we're going to start off with some of the smaller things, things that don't really matter and that they could have added to the demo, but since it is a demo, I understand why they didn't have it. I didn't like the idea of me being forced to play against the Warriors. I don't mind being on the Raptors, but I would have liked if I could be like, hey, this could be a possible matchup, like I want to face like the Raptors and then like a younger team like the Pelicans that have a lot of young players that aren't, super great defenders, so I can kind of like really see like how good my player is. But I understand also why they did that, because then you're playing against like really tough defense. You're playing against people that are just lighting you up from everywhere. So you really do have to, pull out all your moves. You have to be able to do everything. Like you have to use like all the like things you've learned from every past 2K you've played to really like actually play against this team. And I really like the idea that it doesn't feel like you're playing against like and the preludes how it's like pro. I really like that. So that was one thing that I thought they could change, but that's all right. Another thing was the overall thing. Again, it's really small, but I don't know why they have the when you test it, why you can be like a 60 overall to like a 70 overall. I think they should have take away the 60 up to 80 and take that out, so the cap or like the lowest point overall you could be is 80. Again, nothing like too big. It's just something I was like, why? Well, who's gonna use a 60 overall? Obviously, Evan's gonna go for like the 99, but then that goes into a lot of other problems I had with it. But those are some of the small things I felt they could have fixed. But so far, the game doesn't feel really super different from 2K19, but that's, again, because you're playing against a team like the Warriors. I'm not saying the game is nowhere like the same as 2K19. It is completely, I can tell it's different. But playing a team like the Warriors where they're really good on defense, really good on offense, it just really exposes some of like the, not the worst parts of the game, but the hardest like parts of the game, where like if you're not competitive at all, if you're like more of a casual kind of player, like it's exposing like the things that make the game not as fun. And that's kind of what made me sort of start to get bored of the playthrough. Again, that might just be me personally, but after like my 6th game, there's only so much you can do. There's only so many positions you can play, and you're playing with the same team against the same team. So it's like diversity would have been nice, but I understand where they were coming from. So that was just something that I was like, well, whatever. Now this comes into one of my biggest problems with the game, which really is more of a, not just a problem with the demo, but more of a they could have done this better, because already you're limited to 6 games. You're already limited to choosing 1 overall. So they're already kind of closing the door on us and not letting us get that full taste of the game. So what I don't understand is why they didn't just make you play at least 1 game, or like have a choice, like be like, you can either choose to play a whole game as 99 overall, or you could play a game as 4 different overalls. And I feel like they just could have done, there's 4 quarters, so you're an 85 overall, then a 90, then a 95, then a 99. I feel like those are the 4 main overalls. Like, I don't really know how to explain it, like the 4 main points for the game where you get like the most stuff in there. That's how it was in the past 2Ks. You hit 85, that's where like one of the milestones. You hit 90, that's a milestone. 95 is a milestone. 99 is a milestone. So, and especially with 99, they changed Road to 99, where I think it's after 95 overall, they had like 95.8, I think was in one of the trailers, like 96.8. So based on your play, you go up overalls. So I don't know if that means once you hit 99, you can go down from there, or if you hit 99, you get all your attributes, or they take them away. But either way, most players that hit 99 aren't going to be able to stay at 99. It's just something that, yeah, it's nice to play with, but we're kind of getting fooled in a way. And I say that like in air quotes, because you're not really getting fooled, because we already know like it's tough to get to 99, but just thought like maybe they could have changed it up, but I understand where they're coming from. Anyways, guys, those are basically the main things I wanted to talk about. Now I'm out of footage, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace out.